Hi guys and welcome back to OG Cars, and in today's video I feel I'm kind of following on from the sombre tone of selling cars, because unless this swap doesn't go ahead, the Mini Cooper S is also going to be departing the garage soon. The sun's in my eyes right there, and if I do this I literally can't see. So in complete honesty, this is quite a surprise for me. I've had this car now for about 5 months. I've really enjoyed my time with it, and it's not put a foot out of place apart from the earth cable going, but that was a really easy fix, so it's fine. In terms of changes we've done to it, you can kind of see by here, I've literally changed these badges to yellow. I've put a little donut mini badge on the steering wheel, and I've replaced the badges, and aside that, I've not had to do anything to this car. It's actually been fan-bloody-tastic. It's great fun. We've taken it to like Goodwood, it picked up Owen's Quattro. Honestly, never put a foot out of place, which I know from being in mini groups isn't very common for these. They seem to be quite problematic. But I am looking to sell it. Now, this was completely unexpected, but it's kind of the curse of the caravan, me and Owen call it, because we were down in West Wales at the caravan, and Owen sent me a car that was for sale. It piqued my interest. It piqued my interest enough to send him a message and say, are you interested in a swap? Showed him the Mini, explained that it does need rear pads, rear discs and rear wheel bearings, but they're all included because I was going to get it done. And he said yes. So tomorrow we are driving up to Aberystwyth to do the swap with this new car, and so long as that all goes ahead, the Mini Cooper is going to be leaving us. So in terms of things that were done to this car, I know we ran over it in the first video, but you've got the Miltech exhaust system just down there between my legs. You've got the cone filter that's been fitted on it, and it has been lowered. At the moment my job does involve me driving, and honestly the suspension being this low, I don't know if I've just grown up or what, but it is harsh. So my plan, if it was to stay, was to put it on to new lowering springs that are a little bit higher. Obviously that's not come to fruition. You can probably see the boot is full of all the bits ready for the new owner, including the original lights. Because I forgot I did change these clear lights because I quite like them. But he'd like to put the original lights on the car. But aside that, it's a really nice example. Full service history, loads of other bits of history come with this car as well. It's been really well looked after. And honestly, if he hadn't said yes, I wouldn't have been bothered. Like, I think that's why I kind of said it. I said to him, look, here's my car. Would you like to swap it for your car? He was really interested. And I do think it's going to a really good home, because the new owner plans to take it to the Nürburgring in the new year, which would be really cool. It's actually something that I toyed with the idea of if the car was to stay long term as well. And he's really excited for it, almost as excited as I am for the new car as well. Now, if I have to sit here and say, is there anything that I don't like about the Mini? I'm going to say for my job, I don't like the fuel economy. For example, at the start of this week, we had the issue with the earth cable, which was completely ironic because I was meant to be going out on visits on a Tuesday and we couldn't go. So on my job, I was out Wednesday, Thursday, I've done 100 miles and I've used more than a quarter of a tank. And I know that doesn't sound bad, but this car averages about 20 to 25 mpg, which for my job and the amount of miles I do really isn't that great. Every mile I have in this car though puts a smile on my face. That supercharger noise is absolutely hilarious, the exhaust is great, and it handles like a little go-kart. So it's a shame. Honestly, I'm not sitting here saying do not buy a Mini Cooper S R53. Go out and do it. I don't regret my time with this car, but I also couldn't pass the opportunity to make an offer on this other car because it's another car I've always wanted, and also considered as my first car. So when you see it, I looked at one of these as my first car when they were a little bit cheaper, and I couldn't do it because insurance was absolutely crazy, and I ended up with a Fiat Panda 1.1, so a little bit of a difference. When you see the car, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, really, it was just fuel economy and probably the suspension for my job, which I could have changed. So if you'd said no, you probably would have seen me going, welcome to OG Cars, here's me changing the suspension on my Mini. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, I guess. So yeah, that is sadly probably going to be the last time that you see my Mini appear on the channel. You can see that the original number plate has gone back on, so I am very much anticipating this swap to go ahead. If it doesn't, I say I'm not going to be gutted. I am not bothered if this car stays or goes, but I would really like this new car as well, so we can remain hopeful. You may see this car appear on the channel if we decide to do a little video on our road trip up to go and pick this car up. But aside that, it is going to be goodbye from the Mini Cooper S, and I will be really sorry to see this one go, and it has reopened my love for a hot hatchback. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one.